Okay, this is part of my journey to Old Country Buffet in Maplewood. And maybe I can maybe I can get it in 2 parts with any luck. I'm already up to Rice Street well, I don't know if it's Maplewood yet. I don't think so. I think it's still Roseville. And now that I'm heading into Maplewood, it's important if there's bathrooms in the area to take a shit if you need to take a shit. And an Old Country Buffet is located next to a pet store. And usually a pet store is a good place to take a shit. I forgot which, I think it's Petco. But yeah, the Petco, which is where you can take a shit usually. Usually there's no one in the bathroom. And, oh God, I think if they should, I don't know if the cats would like it, but maybe they should have the cats in the bathroom, or maybe they should just, because they actually have cats that you can adopt in the pet store. But I think maybe they should have toilets in the place where the cats are, and if someone needs to take a shit, they should just take a shit right in front of the cats. The cats won't think less of them. They're not like humans, you know. But they should also take a shit while everyone watches. Well, God, well, whatever. I guess some people can do that and some can't. Or maybe they should just have a door that closes where people want to take a shit in front of the cats. Because the cats won't think of them less of a person if they take a shit. A cat takes a shit in front of everyone while other people watch, because they haven't been indoctrinated into being so uptight over that. But the problem is, taking a shit is disgusting, and even cats have to learn to take shits in litter boxes, because if they don't take a shit in the litter box and they take a shit on the floor, or they take a piss in the bed, or they take a shit on the floor and take a piss on the floor, that can cause some problems, and that fucking sucks. And the problem is this. Piss is kind of a sexy thing until it sits around for a while. Then it starts to get disgusting. It would be nice to watch someone sexy take a piss, but after a while it gets disgusting. And if you notice that piss and milk are kind of similar, where milk might taste good when it's nice and fresh, well, piss tastes nice when it's nice and fresh, but when it's sitting around for a while, it gets pretty disgusting. Oh, taking a shit at the pet store. That is very interesting. Usually a pet store is a good place to take a shit, but either they should have the cats in the bathroom, or have the humans be able to take a shit in the same room where the cats take a piss and a shit, because humans and cats ought to take a piss and a shit in the same place that humans and cats should take their pisses and their shits in the same place. And besides, a cat won't judge you if you take a shit. They won't even judge you if it stinks. And I think the smell of a bowel movement comes from Satan. But I think also the problem is that we've been indoctrinated into thinking, when people have been indoctrinated into thinking that their shit stinks and then hating themselves. And this is all part of Satan's plan to take over the world. Because people used to be able to fuck each other in the ass. And if you got a piece of fecal matter on your dick, it didn't matter because it didn't stink until Satan took over the world. That's when it started to stink, and it was all conspiracy to create grim, Stone Age, horrible fucking religions that'll control you and make you hate yourself because you like to be fucked in the ass and things like that. It's all about control. Well, this is certainly an interesting topic. Now the fucking traffic is moving slow. I may have to divide this up into E parts or not be able to do an E part because I'll run out of time. Oh God, you know, I'm almost there though. Oh God, but I don't know why it's fucking dragging like this. It takes at least another 5 minutes after I get off this road to get up there. But I don't think there's that many places in Maplewood to take a shit though. That's the problem. Not very many good places except for the pet stores next to the right next to Old Country Buffet, and they used to have Shinders, and most of them went out of business. So I don't know. There was a new Shinders with a new name or something that kind of reminds of Shinders, And I used to go in there to read Hustler magazine because I like to know who made Asshole of the Month. And most of the time I agree with it, but not always. Sometimes, even, I don't know, even they have to be fucking assholes. Because I'm the one who should decide who the assholes are. I know best. There's a lot of people who people think are assholes who are not assholes. I'm the one who should decide who the assholes are. Because people who say stupid things and do things based on popularity and that kind of shit. I'd like to go into the details, but I really can't. Oh god, that's fucking fuckers going way below the speed limit. But I have to exit pretty soon anyway. I don't know if I made the right choice. Oh god, I hope I didn't fuck up and forget my spoken words. That kind of weird shit seems to happen. I realize I fuck up when it's too fucking late. I know it's too fucking hot. Satan made, and the dew point I think came up to X. So far, I keep records of the weather. Another thing that people have asked Ferguson, well, I do anyway. And I put images in weather sheets. But during the summer when the weather's too fucking hot and I put an image of Satan in front of the sun. I was originally going to put an image of a turd in front of the sun. But I realized that maybe that wouldn't be appropriate, so I decided to go for Satan. And on days when the weather's too fucking hot out, and in order for an image of so far there has not been an image of Satan going in my weather sheet and during hours and on, because it has not met the E aspects of criteria, which will include a dew point of X to X or above, a low or an temperature at midnight of that day at 70 degrees or above, or a high temperature of ought to X or above, and it was ought to or when I left, so that unless I see a thermometer and the dew point is over X to X at some point, but I checked earlier and the dew point was X stuff, and that's fucking high. That is fucking bullshit. Oh, this ain't gonna fucking make it. I'm gonna stop and go for part E.